So one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to move the walls out of the way, because right now we need different kinds of walls here. So I'm going to M for move. I think you probably have the heights of the walls. I'm hoping. And I'm just going to take a look at your floor plan, how it's been laid out. So I'm going to edit, delete guides too, because I don't want to snap the wrong things. So it looks like you did the floor as a component. Double click into it. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to erase this a second. I'm going to just double check some of your dimensions here. It looks like the walls here, these are the bottoms of the walls. I'm just going to go ahead and okay, so it looks like you got the walls separate. Okay, well, we'll see what happens here. So let's do one thing at a time. I'm going to do a double check here. So looking at the dimensions you brought in here, T for tape measure, from here to here should be 12. It is. Okay. All right. And this one here should be 20 foot something or another. Here, I'll double check here. Yeah, 20 foot 4.5. Yes, something like that. Yes, I see this now. Okay, I'm looking at your drawing right here and kind of laying it out and just verifying it. So I am seeing what you've got there. One thing I want to put in though is your column. So T for tape measure. Click here and come across. 1 foot 4. And over here, click and come down 2 foot 5. But you didn't tell me the size of the column. All right, so looking at this video here. Okay. Maybe what, 16 by 16? Okay. So R for rectangle. Let's see. It looks a little off, because to me it looks like it's beyond this edge here. So it looks like it's deeper than this. Let's see. So T for tape measure. 2 for 11. So this may be a little bit off because I don't know if this column's in the right spot. You didn't put it here either, so I have no idea if this is the right spot for the column. I'm going to edit, copy, go into this wall, edit, paste in place. All right. So I'm going back into this component, view, component edit, hide rest of model. So I'm going to erase this. We're going to say this is the right location. You may need to move this separately later on. So this is where our walls come into play. And I'm going to work on this one back here to start with. So I'm going to erase all these little lines in here. And I'm going to put my own new ones in because I'm going to try and make it look and see what you've got for height-wise for your walls. Again, I don't think you've given us enough dimensions to know what is correct. What you would want to do is almost look at this wall here. So let's take a look at your video again. All right. What you want to do is you wanted to look at this wall straight on. This one right here as a guide. Now I'm looking at this wall and looks to me like your bed frame's on the floor maybe. All right. So I'm guessing this is a standard thing. Maybe this wall's 2 feet tall. Again, I'm just guessing, right? I don't think I've got information on your drawings about that. So I'm just going to start with that and see where it takes me. So I'm going to draw a line from here to here and here to here. And so now I can select this, P for push-pull, tap the control key, I'm going to type in 24. That's 2 feet tall. Let's make it, yeah, that might be too, well, here, I'll push-pull up another 6. All right, E for erase that line. Okay, so we got that there. All right, and it looks to me like this wall is the same. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a line from here to here. From here to here. P for push pull, tap the control key. 2 foot 6. Okay, so that's 2 foot 6, that's 2 foot 6. All right. So now this wall back here is going to get P for push pull, click, and it's going to go up this same height, but it's going to have a centerpiece that goes up a little higher. All right, so I'm looking at this thing. Now, if I was to take a look at your drawing, you have a height over here. Wait a second, yeah, it's here, T. No, 2 foot 6, look at that. T here, and this is going to be 6 foot 5. Okay, all right. Well, let's do this one again. T for tape measure. You know what? Huh. Okay, all right. So T for tape measure here and go up 6 foot 5, I believe it was. Okay, and then I'm going to use this protractor here. So this is the tape measure tool. This is the protractor tool, which is different than the rotate tool. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to click the left arrow button. So I'm in the green. Click. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to type in 45. I think it's a 45-degree slope you got going on there. We'll see if I'm wrong or not. Here, click. Go this way, 45. All right, so I think that your wall might be actually higher because I'm looking at this and this is awfully wide compared to your video. But go into the component, view in geometry. Take that off. Okay. All right. And L for line. Click here. Come up to there. Go across here. Come back down. All right. That's what I expect to see. P for push pull. Click. So I'm just looking at this top. It just doesn't look the same. It just does not look the same. Let's see if I do another T for tape measure here. I'm going to go again. Look at the numbers. So 8 feet is way too tiny, but 7 foot 6. Looks darn close. So I'm going to go ahead and continue this line from here up to here, to here, to here. And again, P for push pull, tap the control key. And now I'm just going to go ahead and just erase all these lines. So I'm in the component now. So it looks good. All right. Again, clean up the component as we go. So I say that wall is pretty much done. And again, if I've got the dimension wrong, then that's fine. But that really looks more like the shape you have in your video. All right, so then what happens when it gets to the other side? Let's take a look here. So you've got different height over here. So at that point of your space, the wall changes somehow. And you've got a different ceiling going on there. This is complicated, yeah. I can understand your concerns. Well, let's take a look here a second. Let's go back to this one. So, okay, good. All right, so this wall here is also the same. So I'm gonna make a line here to here. P, tap the control key. P for push pull, tap the control key, and then hit the top of this wall here. Okay, there. P for erase, and this kind of erase all these lines. Okay, get ready for the next part here. This is gonna be crazy. All right, so I'm gonna go P for push pull. I'm gonna tap the control key here. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna type in 12. And this is the beginning of your ceiling, believe it or not. I'm gonna select it like this. Make component. I'm gonna call it ceiling. All right. edit, cut, draw this line back in here, get out of the wall component, edit, paste in place. Okay. So I'm going to draw a line from here to here to here. All right, so what's happening is this thing is turning the corner here. So I'm going to select the line, select the follow me tool, and select this wedge. There's your funky slope going on in your room if you have that. So I will click into the wall component. I'm going to P for push pull, click, and I'm just going to go straight up like this, and we're just going to call it done. Let it go through the roof a little bit like this. I'm going to go ahead, actually I'm going to go ahead and go like that. I'm going to do this like that. Right click, intersect faces with model. Remember intersect faces? Double click here, oops. Just do this, delete, double click. Make sure you stay in the wall component. Delete, 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 delete. Okay, that's still here, good. All right, so you can see there's your shape there, slowly but surely. I'm gonna go ahead and double click here and erase this. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over here now. So I'm cleaning up as I go. I'm gonna go over here now. I'm gonna select this rectangle, edit, copy, get out of the walls, go into this ceiling, edit, paste in place, P for push pull, and I'm gonna type in 12 as well. So I mean, there's more than that going on in your roof, but this will get us going here. Then P for push pull, and I'm going to go to where? To this point maybe? Because it looks to me like something happens at this juncture. Somewhere along the way, the ceiling changes heights and stuff. And you've got it over here. Let's see. I mean, I'll click here and keep going. And what I'll do is I'll click on this button right here. Click. I'm assuming that this height is right. I mean, this wall height was right for back there, it looks like. So I'm going to say that's right here. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to draw a line from here to here, and a line from here to here. So that's a little, this funny shape is here. Then I'm going to select this and this, select the follow me tool, and select this shape. Is this what's happening inside the space? Something like this? You know, flat ceiling comes across to here. Because it's looking like something like that's happening on this side here, and then it goes up maybe a little bit more. Gotta take a look at this. I'm going back to your video now. Gotta take a look at your video. What's happening on over here? Okay, okay. Oh, what I want to see, I can't see. All right, so this kind of goes to here, and then it goes up. It goes up. Let's go back to push-pull. Click this and go back to here. To that point right there. So somewhere along here, this goes up to another angle. According to you, this wall at this point, go back to the wall component. L for line. Click, click. P for push-pull. And I'm going to make it this height. Click. So I'm going to trust that you have these heights right. I can see that we've got an angle going on this wall. So somewhere along the way, these angles change. I wish I was able to see this. It's almost like the pictures that I need, I'm not quite getting. Let me go ahead and start building the rest of these walls here. I have to kind of digest how this is coming along. So this does go up. This does go up because I can see that you've got a bigger height over here at the doorway area. And this is sloping, so that I think I've got that pretty well set. This is going to be a sloping wall, so I'm double clicking here. P for push pull, and I'm just going to go up to at least this point on the wall. And then what I can do for that wall, draw a line from here to here, and I can P for push pull, and I'm just going to select the surface and go like that, and it should go away, which it does. So I believe I've got this part pretty darn close to what's happening. It's what happens past this part that I'm not quite getting exactly. I think I gotta go. Let's go back. Let's again go back to your video, which is always a cool video. But so this keeps on going. It seems like it keeps on going for a long time. So more than this, I think this keeps on going up to this ceiling here. So I'm gonna go double click. P for push pull. I'm in the ceiling component. P for push pull. Tap the control key and I'm oops. I'm gonna go up to like here, let's say. And I can go E for erase. I can erase this line here. I can erase this line here. Again, we need to clean up as we go, especially when a model gets complex like this, especially with that. All right. Now, according to you, this is this high over here, which, yeah. So T for tape measure. Click here to here. 5'5", okay. So T for tape measure. Click here, come on, 5'5". L for line. What would have been really helpful, oops, sorry, let's undo that. Go inside the wall component, L for line, is that at every corner, every place the ceiling made a change, you kind of mark the heights, because then you could actually almost draw this. Let's hit here and go to here. All right. Again, this is looking like what I expect to see, because at this point I can see this thing turning the corner. So let's go back to here. P for push pull. I'm gonna click here. I'm gonna go down to here. Look at that. It sits right in that little notch right there almost, doesn't it? So I know we're darn close if we're not right on the mark. All right, and then I think this area is flat. So I'm gonna do R for rectangle. Well, I don't know if it's flat yet. Oh wait. So again, for this wall, L for line, I'm going to click here. I'm going to hug this wall to here. Click. And then, yep, P for push pull and get it away. All right, so I believe this is what's happening in your space. You'll have to tell me if that's right or not. While we're at it, I'm going to go ahead and do some other things too while we're at it here. We got to get some tags going on here. All right, so the first tag I'm going to do is floor. Then I'm going to have a tag for walls. Then I'm going to have a tag for ceiling. All right, so we got those. So this, right click, enter the info. This is going to be in the ceiling. So this is a ceiling tag. Everything inside is in the untagged tag. Same thing with the walls. The walls here are going to go into the walls tag, but everything inside is going to be untagged. And last but not least, the floor tag. Then double click on the floor and then push pull that down 12 as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and delete these extra lines. P for push pull, click and click, click and click. P, click and click. Over here, P, click and click. P, click and click. P for push pull. Okay. All right. Close component. All right, let's do this. Edit, delete guides. Just to kind of get the guides out. Okay. So now I'll go back into here. So it looks like something's happening in this area, and I really can't tell. I really can't tell. Up here, this looks like this is flat. At least that's my best guess. And it kind of makes sense that this would coming up to a flat plane. I almost wish you looked up at this point. But this kind of goes, there's like this slope and goes, and then a steeper slope going that way. I wonder if this ceiling here, so I'm in the ceiling component now. If I do this and do P for push pull, if I go over here, if it doesn't do that, what's happening in your room? Okay, so then delete here. M for move, I'm gonna move this back into space in this direction a little bit. All right, let's go like to here. Let's say that goes to there. That would make sense that slopes like that. Notice, okay, let's go back a second. I did not push pull. I selected that surface, M for move, clicked here, and I went back till it snapped to that link there. Because I have a feeling that this slope comes across, doesn't it? Like that in your room. I think this is what's happening here. All right? And if it's not, we're going to say that's what's happening here because I don't know what else to make this thing out of. This place here is kind of tricky still because there's a change in, let's put push pull this back to here. There's a change going on here. So what's the change? But this goes up. So I'm going to do a line from here. And notice I'm in the plane here. I'm going to go back to there. So go up a little. I'm going to do this thing here. Go in this again. Go in this plane. Click. Whooshka. I can erase that. Can't erase. Can it is? I don't know if I can erase that. Can I erase that? Let's go to this side now. Okay, now I'm going to take the floor off. I need to go underneath now. All right, so now I'm going to do this line. L for line, click to there. All right, E for erase. All right, E for erase there. Okay. Okay. All right, so I want to erase this piece, but it's not letting me erase this piece here. Hide. Oh, there's a line in there. Okay. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. It'll be okay. Okay. I really think I'm getting it. Okay. So the next piece then, and look at this. This lines up with this over here. See that? So okay. Okay. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm still keeping. So it looks to me like somewhere along the line, this becomes a different angle. And I'm going to say it's going to happen right here. Double click to get into the wall component. L for line. I'm going to click here, lock in the green to here, and then I'm going to go straight up to here. P for push pull. Okay. E for erase. Okay. All right. Now I'm back to this area. I'm going to go back to underneath. So L for line. Click here. I'm going to go over to here. All right. And I'm going to go across to here. L for line. Now, again, this funny shape is happening because I'm giving you 12 inches thick for the ceiling. The whole roof is much more complicated than this. But I'm trying to get you the shape you need. So I came across to here. So now I'm going to just kind of do a line from here to there. You see, once I can do those lines, it completes the shape, right? I'm going to sneak in here, L for line from here, whooshka, to there. I'm going to erase this here and erase this here. So I've cleaned up that part. At this point, really, yeah. M for move. Can I do this? No, it's not gonna let me. It's not gonna let me move in the plane I want. That's okay. Here you go. L for line. Click here and go to there. And now I can push pull maybe. Okay, one down. So I'm just basically cleaning this up. Erase. All right. Okay. All right. So now this flat portion, P up 12 inches, and come across to there. into there. Okay. All right. And honestly, this I'm gonna leave this alone. It kind of doesn't really matter because we're not going to see it. When we make our renderings, please be inside your model. No one needs to see this part of the model, the ceiling part. Now, let's make the walls not visible. Okay, so let's just push pull that out to E for erase. Make the walls visible again. Go into the wall component, L for line, click, and then P for push pull, click. All right, now let's make the ceiling not visible. Okay, so we're going to say that there's some sort of plane from here to here. Okay, that comes in at this angle because you're telling me there's a certain wall height here you measured. I'm going to select this surface, edit, copy, make the ceiling again, double click in here, edit, paste in place. P for push pull, I'm going to move this up 12, just like the other walls we did. Click here and I'm going to go across to this point, click. All right. And there's actually going to be a little piece of wall here. All right. Okay. All right, so now we got to get this gap closed here. I'm just going to go and do control push pull here to that point. All right, and then I'm going to just erase some of the stuff on this outside edge. That's there. Okay, now I'm going to go underneath again. All right, so now we've got to clear that up, clear that up. Clear that, okay now. So this little wedge here, I'm going to do a line from here to here. P for push pull to this surface. All right, actually, let's get the walls not visible. Push pull all the way across. E for erase. All right, so now let's go to the walls here. Let's make the ceiling not visible. Ooh, let's get out of the component. So I right click, close component. Let's double click to the walls. Make the ceiling not visible. I'm going to do a line from here, and I'm making sure I'm going to this edge, and then P for push pull to there, E erase, okay, and up in here. Might as well put a line here on the top of this wall. And now I'm just trying to clean up this model. Okay. Take all of these gone. Okay. So if this is not the shape of your space, we're going to say that's the shape of your space. I'll make sure there's no gaps here. Oh, wait a second. Let's go into the ceiling component again. P for push pull. Something got erased there. And let's go ahead and make the walls go away so I can just see this. E for erase, and let's kind of clean this up. All right. Okay. I would like to have that a little cleaner than that, but I'll tell you what, I think at this point, let's see if I can get this a little cleaner here. Okay, E for erase. Again, I always like to clean up the model as I go. And let's see, did I delete something underneath? Maybe I did. Let's see. No, it looks good still. Look at what's going on up here. Oh, I deleted this little edge. Well, off for a line. Can I bring it back down again? Yeah. So P for push-pull, line up with that. E for erase. Okay. Let's see, keep going underneath, make sure the bottom is still there. All right. I'm going to hide this. Let's go to View, take off Hidden Geometry, delete this. So I'm selecting deleting because it's so easy to erase something you want to keep. I'm just cleaning this stuff up. What I find in the past is that when you don't clean up a model, it comes back and haunts you. So whenever you've got funny things going on that don't need to be there, it's good to clean up. Edit, unhide all. I'm going to erase this. Okay, so all these lines I'm going to keep. I'm going to even keep this little jog here. I don't need to clean it up. It's good enough. All right, let's get the walls back in and just hold our breath. Okay. All right, this business here. So this is a hole. So I'm in the wall component now. I'm going to draw a line from here to there to there. Now I'm going to the ceiling, make it not visible. Okay, P for push pull. P for push pull all the way across. And then I'm going to do this way, like let's say 4 inches. Erase. And then that can be erased because I push pulled that across. Okay. Go down here. Okay. Okay. Now I can go back in here and I'm going to push pull this on top of this wall. Again, we're just doing that to make sure that we don't get light filtering in through. All right, go into this model again, erase. Let's clean up just the lines. All right. Now we got to get here. Okay, that's what I have to do, clean up. Thin component. All right, so this is what I have for your walls. And this is what your ceiling looks like as far as I'm concerned for your modeling. And if this column's not in the right spot, you can move it. I mean, it's in the wall. It's in the wall component. If you kind of hold it like this, you know, and then M for move, you know, you can move it over just a little bit if that's what is going on. I have a feeling that's really what's happening, but I'm going to move it back. You're going to put it in the right spot. So that's how you would do it.